What is going on? This is the Gym Boss Podcast, and I'm Jimmy Halley, and I'm your host as always. And this is everything for gym owners that want to be able to get more leads, get more clients, and grow their brands all at the same time. And today's video is all about, and today's podcast, today's episode, wherever you're watching this or listening to this, is all about, the title of this is why more leads is not necessarily the answer to help you grow. And here is what really matters. And I'm going to be talking about that because this is lessons from our own online personal training business. And this applies for gyms as well. And I'm going to talk a little bit of depth on that today. But if you are a gym owner and you want us to handle your advertising for you so you can get qualified leads, qualified prospects, appointments, applications for your gym that people really want, know you, like you, trust you, and want to do business with you and train with you, then go on over to iwantgymleads.com. It's iwantgymleads.com. There's a short form to complete. Then we can jump on the phone. You get a customized marketing plan, whether we work together or not. Then at the end of the call, sure, we'll have a chat about us working together and see if it's going to be a right fit for you. But either way, you get to walk away with a custom marketing plan that you can go and implement right away. So why more leads isn't necessarily the answer is exactly because you'll see a lot of people posting, and I've done this in the past myself as well, 100 leads, overnight, or, all these hundreds and hundreds of leads. But if you're a gym owner and you're the one handling the sales yourself, or you have a salesperson handling sales for you, you want that part of the job to be as streamlined as possible. Now, the marketing there's two elements that you need to understand. Marketing can't sell for you, but it can position the selling component a lot easier if you do it right. Because sales is different to marketing. Marketing generates the interest, and sales is what you do to close the deal and collect the money. Basically, they're two different things. And people try to get the marketing to do the selling all in the one time, and that's where it falls flat. So, a quick story on this one as well. Actually, like, we started deep pandemic. We started over in Canada an online fitness business, servicing the whole country, barring the French-speaking parts, because we only have English-speaking people. So it was making the sales calls a bit hard when we were targeting the French parts. But we got a lot of leads. And they were getting leads for like $2, and it was we were like, yes, we're off to the races here. We got like 1,000 leads a week. We were spending a fair bit on ads. We got 1,000 leads a week. We hired 4 commission-only salespeople, and we're like, these guys are going to crush. Look how many leads they've got. They've got this. And to give you the complete honest truth, we didn't sell that much. And I'll tell you why. Because we were like running off the whole notion that, and this applies for a gym as well, whether you got an online business or you're a brick and mortar, same thing, right? These salespeople were dealing with unqualified people. They were just people that had seen the ad and then clicked it and thought, yeah. They didn't know the brand. They didn't know about us. They didn't know about Tommy, my business partner, who is the face of the business, who is a genius. He's written a couple of books that are on Amazon about emotional eating and binge eating behaviors, and all this great stuff that position him as an expert. But they didn't see any of that. They just saw the ad. And after a couple of weeks of doing this, we were just like, okay, so yes, we can work on the sales guys to get really good, but also the marketing needs to improve to help their chances of closing a deal. So what we had to do is we stopped everything. We stopped everything for 2 weeks, and we went back to the drawing board. And we're like, right, so we need to do stuff to get them indoctrinated into what we do. And there's plenty of different processes that you can do. And I don't think you need to go as in depth for a gym, because you've got the local notoriety, so to speak, when you say, I'm on such and such street just down the road next to the local supermarket. That's where our gym is. And people go, oh yeah, I know where that is. And so that way you've got a little bit of trust built in straight away, because you've got the 4 walls. But what we had to do is we had to go back. We had to go back to the drawing board and go, how do we get people to know us? How do we get people to like us and then want to book in with us? So book in with our salespeople to speak about our programs. And so we had to then do a whole process where we've got, okay, they see an ad, they don't know anything about us, but then we had to do all this follow-up stuff. We put them into a Facebook group where we had a curated 5-day process, but then also we had one of the guys on the team actually messaging them getting them on Messenger, messaging them, sending them more information, more testimonials, actually asking them about them, asking them questions. And it was a process. Like, there is more effort put into this. But then what happened is we started getting people booking in to a calendar where it says, here's the calendar, pick a day. Here's all these questions, like an application form. One of them was like, can you spend at least $250 a month on improving your body health and fitness? And then if they reply yes to that and book in the calendar, then one of our sales guys would call them. They weren't calling, so we would get, like, say for example, we would get like 100 leads, but then we would shuffle that down into like maybe 5 to 10 people booking into the calendar. So now what we've done is we've saved 90% of the stress, the hustle, and the grind for the salespeople by filtering out all the not so serious people, but also by giving people more value, and the ones that like the value, the ones that see it, and the ones that get to know us and build the relationship, and the ones that are ready to change now, then go through that filtering process to then want to book in, which I thought was, and when we did that, we ended up getting on the first test run of doing this process, which was a lot of front end intensive stuff. But once we built that out, we started getting people booking in, and it cost for $33 in advertising spend. We got somebody to book into the calendar, agreeing to how much our programs cost, and agreeing to all this other stuff, and telling us all this information. And they've seen all our testimonials, they've seen all the stuff from Tommy, they've seen everything, and it resulted in us being able to close a couple of deals in our first try of doing this, which was great. And so I'm sharing this with you because sometimes the answer is calling more. Like, if you have some leads that are there and they've filled out an application form and you call them once, that's not necessarily going to be enough to get through. But then also on the flip side, if you don't have some sort of filtering process, so for a gym, you don't need to have a massive amount of filtering process like what I just described. But the light bulb moment here for us was like, all marketing needs to have this process. All advertising needs to have a process of being able to help you filter out who is the serious people, and also, not necessarily from that aspect, we need to show them that we are good at what we do. And that's what needs to happen with you as well. So if you're a local business, have something. If you're a gym, which most of you guys are, be putting out stuff into the marketplace where it's not just ads, but at least when they see the ad, then give them more value so they get to know you, then have a bit of a filtering process, then you can call them. That is a bit of a lesson of learnings that just recently, which is like, sometimes we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. So that was like a reminder for me as well. And I thought I'd just share that message here with you guys so you could find out whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you're getting people to know, like, and trust you, then get them to complete an application form, and then get them to come into your gym. And now the cool thing is with a gym, if you do short-term paid trials, that can sort of fast track that process as well, because you got a live in-person physical demonstration of what you do, which we couldn't do with the online business because we can't see people face to face, right? So with the gyms, that's why these short-term things, 14-day, 21-day, 28-day, that's why those things are great, because you can advertise that. It's a low barrier to entry. That's what they call it, low barrier to entry. People get to know you via a physical demonstration of coming into the gym. All you have to do is just get them to come in, and then you over deliver with a great experience. And there's, before they come in for those paid trials, sure, have a little bit of a filtering process, but nothing here. You don't need anything massive. And then that's when people will want to come and stay and work with you long term after that, if you deliver a great service and you have a great process. But anyways, this is Jimmy. If you've enjoyed any of that and you're like, hey, that sounds great, I want to talk to you more in depth about how you can get that done for you by us, then go on over to iwantgymleads.com. Go over there, short little form to complete. Then we'll jump on the phone and we'll go through a custom marketing plan for you, designed around who your ideal clients are and who you want to get. And then, if you want to work together, then yeah, sure. Let us know and we can talk you through that. But if not, either way, you get to walk away with your custom marketing plan that you can then go and implement. This is Jimmy. Till next time, legends. I'll see you soon. How do I hit stop? Here we go.